I can multiply multiples of 10, 100, and 1000 by single digits, recognizing patterns. You know, here's the deal with multiplying. If you can recognize the patterns in your multiplication, it makes it so much easier. Because even if you don't remember your facts, your multiplication facts, if you know the patterns, then you should be able to still multiply. So go ahead, pause, finish the chart, and then once you're done, you may move on. Okay, show 2 ones times 4. Show me 2 ones times 4. So 2 ones times 4 equals, if you notice, we have 2 ones and we have it 4 times. And I've circled each one so that you know that it's a group. They're each a set. Okay, so 2 times 4. So show me 2 tens times 4. 2 tens times 4. This is what 2 tens times 4 looks like. What does that equal? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tens. So what would that be? Show me 2 hundreds times 4. 2 hundredths. That should actually say hundreds there. So 2 hundreds times 4 equals, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hundreds. So 2 hundreds times 4 is 8 hundreds. Okay, show me 30 times 3. 30 times 3. Could you do this by pulling a 10 out, maybe? Remember what you did yesterday. Pause it and see if you can figure it out. Okay, so when I have 30, I have how many tens? I have 3 tens. And I have 3 tens happening how many times? 3 times. So 30 times 10 would be the same as 3 tens times 3, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tens, or 90. Show 300 times 3. Okay, remember, pull out the 100. How many hundreds do you have? You have 3 hundreds. That's the nice thing about learning unit form, is it makes this part a lot easier. So, go ahead and see if you can draw your discs. Okay, 300 times 3 equals, well, I have 3 hundreds and I have it happening 3 times. I know that 3 times 3 is 9, so I have 9 hundreds, or 900. Okay, show me 3,000 times 3. 3,000 times 3. Okay, pull out the thousands and say it in unit form. I have 3 thousands, and I have them times 3. So 3 thousands happening 3 times would be the same as 9 thousands, or 9,000. Show 8 times 2. You can also think of this as 8 times 2 ones. So 8 times 2 ones. How would that look? Pause it and see if you can figure it out. Okay, if you look, I have 8 times 2 ones. I have 8 times 2 ones, so I have 2 ones in 8 groups. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 ones. Okay, show 8 times 200. You can also think of this as 8 times 2 hundreds. So I have 2 hundreds happening how many times? How many times is 2 happening in the hundredth place? How many times do I have it happening? See if you can solve this. Okay, 8 times 200. That leaves me with 16 in the hundredths place, so my answer would be 16 hundreds, or 1,600. Okay, show me 8 times 2,000. You can also think of this as 8 times 2 thousands. So I have 2 in the thousands place, and how many times is it going to happen? It's going to happen 8 times. So go ahead and fill in your chart. Okay, what patterns do you notice? What would happen if we changed 5 times 2 hundredths to 5 hundredths times 2? Would the answer change? 5 times 2 hundredths plus, or 5 hundredths times 2? Would it change? So fill in this chart. Once you're done, you may go to the next slide. Okay, here's a word problem. Francisco plays a video game and earns 60 points for every coin he collects. He collected 7 coins. How many points did he earn for the coins he collected? I'll start the tape diagram for you. See if you can finish it. So pause it and see if you can finish the tape diagram. Okay, so what do the boxes in the tape diagram represent? What do the boxes represent? Why do I have a number 60 down there? What does 60 represent? 60 represents the points for every coin he collects. So that's what he earns for every coin he collects. 60 points. Now, he collected 7 coins. How many points did he earn for the total for the coins that he collected? So, we have 7 boxes because we have 7 coins. How am I going to figure out each box equals 60? Because for every coin, he gets 60. He collected 7 coins, so every single one of these boxes equals 60. How am I going to solve this problem? What does the question mark above the tape diagram mean? It represents how many points he earned for all the coins that he collected. So go ahead and solve this problem and see if you can do it. Okay. So you should have said 60 times 7, which would be 420 points. Okay. Francisco also earns 200 points for every level he completes in the game. He completed 7 levels. How many points did he earn for the levels that he completed? So it's just like the last one, but instead of having 60 points or tickets or whatever we were dealing with last time, now we have 200 points for each of the 7 levels. So make a tape diagram just like the last one. How many boxes will it have, and how much will each one be worth? So, if you look at mine, Francisco also earns 200 points for every level he completes in the game. So each level is worth 200 points. How many levels did he complete? He completed 7. So I have 7 boxes. Each box equals 200 points. Okay, next slide. What was the total number of points Francisco earned? What information do I need to answer this question? What information do I need? What was the total number of points Francisco earned? What information do you need?
Mrs. Love, is Mr. Owen's class?
So, what was the total number of points Francisco earned? Well, we know he earned points the first one, and now he's earned points this time. So, the first time he earned 420, this time he earned 1,400. What do I need to do? Okay, what I did was I added 420 plus 1,400 because we know the total of each of those now, and we can add them together. And the answer is 1,820. Francisco earned 1,820 points. Okay, at a concert there were 5,000 people in the audience. That was 1,000 times the number of performers. How many performers were at the concert? Solve using a method of your choice. Write an equation to solve for how many performers were at the concert. So go ahead, use the space, pauses, and solve using the method of your choice. You don't have to use tape diagram. You can solve how you would like. My suggestion would be tape diagram just because I feel a little more comfortable with those, but maybe you don't yet. So then make sure you write an equation to show how you would solve that. So let's look at the problem set. Draw number discs to represent the value of the following expressions. 2 times 3. So 2 times how many ones? 2 times 3 ones. So I could draw a place value chart. So here's my ones place. I have 3 ones. And how many times does it happen? 2 times. So 2 times 3 ones is 6 ones. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Let's try 2 times 30. So I'm going to draw my tens column because I know that I have 3 tens. So I have tens. I have 3 tens. And how many times is 3 tens happening? It's happening 2 times. So I'm going to do one more set. 2 times 3 tens is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 what? 6 tens. What's another way to say 6 tens? Another way to say 6 tens is 60. So 30 times 2 is 60. Okay, go ahead and do the rest on your own.